And now for the community meeting. Uh, while we're waiting for Norm to come back for the third time, I'm just, I think I waited too long before I found the record button. And Norm said, nope, sorry, can't wait. Well, some of you that read the newsletter until he gets back, I'll try to make this short in hopes that Divine Order is at play, as he said, and he will be back soon. That on the 5th of January, we're going to have a community meeting. And some of the ideas that I've been talking to some people about, possibly, and you might want to take some notes. And if you have anything to share now, I've asked people to contact Jane and myself with some ideas. I just put out just a couple. It was brought up that we go to 3 sessions a month. And when Bill Wilson comes in on a 5 week month, there'll be 4 sessions. Now, I don't think there's going to be a problem on getting speakers because um, Linda is probably not going to be with us every month because her life has changed, being down in near Unity. But I think 3 sessions a month is doable. So just hold that in the back of your mind. The other thing we can do is one of the sessions we could join Springfield to see what they're about, and that could be one of the 3 sessions. We could have a community meeting, just in the sense of just talking about what's going on in our lives, what's happening, not necessarily a Quaker format, a true Quaker format, but maybe just talking about our spiritual journey and, because we haven't had much time to share that. Um, I was
So,
thinking,
so Neil, are we going to three for financial reasons? Is that it?
yeah, Jane will give us the financial, hopefully by then we'll have a better picture because we can save money by not having a new, well, it would probably be a website. Now, Springfield doesn't have a website, so they save a lot of money. That's about 600 a year. And then we have the newsletter, and I could just take snippets of that, put it in an email and send out, some local stuff. So we don't necessarily need it, that's only a couple $100 a year. So there's a savings right there. But there's, I think, a number of us that can offer a talk, like in the past that we've done, and that would be, easily the 3 sessions um, per per month. Now, we love seeing each other. That's the big thing. But we come here to support the speakers too. That's basically, where our funds are going to support all the speakers that we've had. We've had wonderful talks from everybody. Um, but the rotation will probably be a lot less because we're only having 3 as opposed to 4. So, Jane, do you have anything else you want to add to any of that? That's just initial, kind of go around. What do you think? You have to unmute. Unmute.
Thanks. Our web hosting company gave us 3 months of free web hosting when Neil talked to them. So they're really good about that. So that has helped. Because that's
Norm is back.
Yeah,
You noticed that.
okay.
I'm thinking that if this happens again, I need to just get on with the phone, you
Okay.
know. And so does anyone have the phone number in front of them?
It should be in your invite. And I've never used it. Has anybody ever come in with a phone? You know how it works? Because you find like a New York number or there's there are a couple of DC numbers. And then when you get on the phone number, what happens? You don't have to put in a link or anything. It's already there or what? Anybody know?
Okay, well,
Yeah,
I,
I did it I've done it one time and I think it's just a phone number and you go direct.
Okay.
okay, so if somebody could do me the favor of looking that up for me, just the phone number, and hopefully I can do something with that if it should happen again. And um, okay, I'm going to just do a short meditation in a song. And okay.
You want me to start the video? I mean, let's see what happens. Hold on.
Okay.
The captions, share. It's funny.
Everybody's looking still. You
Oh,
got me
everything.
worried because when everybody sort of looked still, then all of a sudden I realized that they weren't just being polite, they were frozen.
Actually, we are recording. This is going to be a very highly anticipated talk, so go ahead.
There is a light inside of me, and it keeps shining inside of me. There is a light inside of me, and it is part of eternity. And when I say me, I mean everybody. We're all called me. We call ourselves me. And it's my prayer, just being me. My life's a prayer, just being me. How good to know it sets me free, that I am praying now, just being me. There is a love inside of me, and it keeps loving inside of me. There is a love inside of me, and it is part of eternity. And it's my prayer, just being me. My life's a prayer, just being me. How good to know it sets me free, that I am praying now, just being me. That we are praying now, just being me. And when I say me, of course I mean all of us. We call ourselves me. Okay. Neil, did I see something pop up on the screen? Okay, well, I was singing, so I was not in the position to write it down. Do you have the number in front of you, or you have to pop it up again?
Well, it's you can try it. 301-715-8592.
Okay, I'm just putting that down.
That's
And
not a collect call. Don't worry about it.
yeah. Okay, folks. I have a talk in front of me, and I'm going to read it. And so, hi, everyone. I want to talk about miracles today. And maybe it's a miracle that I'm right here, right now, in front of you. I'm going to talk about miracles in my life because that's my one specialty. It's me and my life. I'm no different from any of you. We all specialize in our lives. think about a little bit and think about miracles you have had or are currently having in your lives. I think a miracle doesn't have to be unique, like inventing the wheel. It's only unique and powerful to the beholder of that miracle. Daniel Webster says about miracles, an event or action that apparently contradicts known scientific laws and is hence thought to be due to supernatural causes, especially to an act of God. Number 2, a remarkable event or thing, a marvel. Number 3, a wonderful example. Now, I, Norm, am not a scientist. I'm not a theologian. Remember, I'm only a specialist in the life and times of Norman. That's the best thing I do, is just I know about myself and what I've gone through and what I'm going through and, all things Norman. But I'll say one thing, I strongly believe that each of us is somehow a part of the vast, endless, eternal, loving being many of us call God. So any wonderful thing that happens to each of us individuals is something wonderful and divine or godly. Remember, God loves and values the smallest bug or even the smallest atom to the biggest whale or the biggest, greatest galaxy in the whole universe. So as I wander about my neighborhood streets with my beloved dog Jack, who is also a big miracle for me, and see all these houses, streets, cars, plants, trees, and grass, nature, and human beings, both friends and strangers, I periodically see and experience things that I deem as miracles. You see, I'm the one that's having that impression. Yes, it's a miracle to me. Maybe not to others, but it is to me. And I feel the divine power and amazement of that treasure that I have just been given. I'm about to tell you a few miracles that I've experienced, but no one really has to know our experiences. They can be our private experience, just for us. They can be an incredible thought that comes to our mind and that can actually be life-changing, producing miracle after miracle. Or they can be a huge, wonderful shared event like the solar eclipse that millions of people saw. And the list goes on and on for all the different kinds of things that each of us individually can declare as a miracle. But I like the ones that come to me personally, that make my day or make my week or make my life wonderful. Sometimes they stay with me consciously. Sometimes they become part of me. How about the fact that our bodies are breathing and our hearts are beating and all those different things, those hidden miracles that just keep us going. And so we can be with each other and communicate to each other and be alive in this present stage. Okay, I'm going to share some of my favorite miracles that I can remember. Flower miracles. Patty and I bought some flowers months ago. A pot full of mums and a large pot of some kind of white flowers with a long spiked plant in it. Beautiful. They're now on our back enclosed porch and they're still blooming in early December. Amazing. They just go on and on each day. That bright yellow, that bright white, just keep on going. And the spiked plant goes taller and taller. Every winter, as Jack and I walk around places, we will once in a while spy one single solitary dandelion blooming as bright and yellow as it can be in the coldest January or February that Maryland can muster. Have any of you ever seen that? Just like a little solitary dandelion in somebody's lawn or your lawn? Yeah, it's neat. Okay, people miracles. Years ago in this same place in Pikesville, Maryland, just where I live, just around the corner from Baltimore City. Years ago, I was teaching kids and only took the time to do that and prepare for the next day. I was just totally enmeshed in my teaching experience, which was just taking all my time and energy. And then on the weekends, I do some things with my wife. And then on Sundays, I'd go to Unity, and then after a while, I went to the religious science church. But years later, I began all of a sudden discovering our neighbors. They weren't just people who were there, they were living beings just like me. And I loved to have the dogs with me because I could always have something to talk about. Anyway, one of our neighbors who lived across the street, it was a big, big snow. And we never talked to him. We just, Patty and I just sort of looked at them. They didn't look like they wanted to make contact, but he was exhausting himself. And I was worried for him because he was struggling away trying to shovel his car and his wife's car out. So I just plain walked over there and said, "Oh, let me help," or something. And I just kept on going. And I said, "You take a break." And we worked for hours, mainly me by this time. And you know something? After that experience, he made a little thanks. His wife came out and she's much more sociable. And by golly, she said, "Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. What's your name?" Et cetera, et cetera. And they're about my best friends now. And I thought, these are some people I guess I'm going to have to put up with. I don't know what to say to them. And that was a people miracle. And then I have these wonderful morning miracles, I call them, and all these different things that I see in the morning: trees, birds, joggers, dogs, cats, sunrise, moon, stars, all these different things. I just think of each one of them as a miracle. And driving, when I'm driving to work, my driving miracles are, I might have the radio on and hear something great or something to ponder about that could change my day. I might hear some music that'll remind me of something, and I might even write a song later just about that, So driving can be filled with miracles. And well, cooking can be a miracle for me. As long as I'm relaxed, I could cook for hours. I might have a little glass of wine. And I just sort of chop things up and throw them all in the pot. And I imagine that I'm the greatest chef in the world, I enjoy my cooking. My wife sometimes, if I'm following a recipe and doing a good job. But, I don't know if anybody else would think I was the greatest chef, but at the moment, man, it tastes good and the whole thing. And how about dancing? I'm not known to be a great dancer, but I took this workshop one time, and it was at an annual meeting we used to have for religious scientists, and it was called, I guess, spiritual dancing, and we were supposed to close our eyes. And she turned on the music and had different things that she would turn on, different types of music. And she said, your one rule is don't open your eyes. Don't go fast because you might bump into somebody. But if it's just a little nudge, that doesn't matter. And I found that was so wonderful. When my eyes were closed and I wasn't looking and comparing myself to other people and just dancing by myself, I didn't have to coordinate with a partner. I just felt like, oh, whatever that Latin American guy is that can do the tango, or, I felt incredible. And so I can go on and on with this stuff. But maybe it's all your turn. You all are warmed up because I gave you a number of different breaks while I was silent and disappeared to get warmed up and get to greet each other after a whole week of not seeing each other. So maybe some of you can help out and can share, help others, and fill me in with some of the kinds of miracles that maybe I didn't mention and that you see. So I'm going to let the floor be open, Neil, as you and I were talking, right? And so for everybody, even if it's just like a short little simple sentence, most of my miracles are simple, but to me, simple can often be extremely profound. And
Well,
don't
Norm,
worry.
I want to let you know that we actually have a picture of you helping to shovel your neighbor's car out.
Holy smoke.
Yeah, there it is. There's
All right.
can't see Norm. He's under one of the snow drifts there.
Oh, okay. Yes, yeah. I don't even see my head popping out, but that shows you how deep it was. Thank you, Neil.
Yeah,
I
but
don't know how you got it, but Neil can be everywhere. He's a
yeah, I'm
miracle.
everywhere. Right.
You're a
Uh,
miracle, man.
I would like to just mention that this is a miracle. I mean,
Absolutely.
we've broken all the rules. We never have meetings. You know, I was going to start the January 5th meeting with a statement. Hi, my name is Neil. It's been 3 years since my last meeting. So
Okay.
this is a wonderful format for us. And everybody unmute and who
I
wants
have a miracle.
to go ahead?
Okay.
So, I was having company with Lynn Plant, and everybody knows her. And she was over for a little while. We were walking around looking at plants. That's what we do. When Lynn comes to the house, we walk around and look at plants, and then we eat something and cry a little maybe, and then hug a little. That's a miracle in itself that we are friends and that happens. But while she was sitting on the patio, I went in the kitchen and there was this awful smell, like the house was going to be burning up. And I said, oh, my dishwasher finally is giving its last breath. So there was no fire, but the dishwasher was dead. And we moved in here 19 years ago, and it's been an amazing dishwasher. So I told Lynn, I said, don't worry about the smell, it's fine. And so I told my daughter, she said, well, I called somebody, they said, get a new dishwasher. I said, I don't want a new dishwasher because they're terrible. So I looked on Craigslist and Facebook Marketplace, and the miracle was that 3.5 miles from here, someone was just remodeling their kitchen and put a very new upgraded dishwasher, just like my old one. He had taken it very carefully out of his garage. It looks brand new, and he sold it to me for $30. And
Wow.
he said, I'll deliver it to you for $10. And I said, well, you have to take 20, even if you give it to charity. So I paid $50. And then I was talking to my granddaughter, and she said, Dominique will come over and put your new dishwasher in for you if you want him to. So 3 days later, my old dishwasher was taken out, and a young man who's 24 years old learned on
YouTube.
whatever it is, where he learns how to do this, because he had never done it before. But within 2 hours, my dishwasher was in perfect running order, and it looks brand new. And so I know dishwashers cost $700, but mine is a miracle for 30. And every time I open it, I think of the man who I interacted with, who brought the dishwasher to me, who lives near Quantico, and who is a great, great man who works at the Pentagon as an electrician, who is the interaction I had was a spiritual moment too. And so I text him after we got the dishwasher working, and he said he was very, very happy to, I'm not telling you the right words that we exchanged, but it was really a wonderful experience. That was a miracle to me. Thank you.
Yeah, cool.
Thanks for sharing. In our house, we don't have to plug anything in.
Well, I use dishes like I use dirty dishes like crazy. It took, in 3 days, I was in the kitchen for 3 hours a day just washing dishes, because I have so many dishes. I'm like Norm Hogeland. I just keep cooking and dirtying dishes.
Roy, you had your hand up. Thank you, Patty.
I just want to say, It's a friggin' miracle that this church is still going on, really.
Yeah, we make
And
it so.
I couldn't be happier, but we are hanging in there. But I've forgotten, how old are we as a church?
Well, I think it was 94 that I came to Unity. It was the building before they built the building. And
The founding members, you were a founding member, right?
I don't know if I was a founding member, but
I'm
someone
a
found
founding
me.
member of Unity Life Center.
Yeah, it was Bill Wilson and E.J. Niles was the ministers at the time. And then Fearless had a Quonset hut in the back where he taught the Course in Miracles. So that's what I remember. But yeah, it is a miracle. You always said, Gloria, the little church that could. Well,
Yeah, I came in 90 the Christmas of 99. So so they had been searching for a minister for almost a year, I think. So that's when I came in. So
hey, I'm still searching for a new president. Hey, haven't found that yet.
yeah, yeah. Well,
Someone else?
you do it too well.
We lost Norm.
We lost Norm.
Oh no, we didn't lose him.
He is so precious, isn't he precious?
Yeah, he's in the
He's so
ethers.
precious.
I hope.
Well, we lost him at just the right moment. He said, "I'm turning it over to you guys." Bang, and he lost his signal again.
Well, Norm could figure out what we said about him when he plays back the recording, if this works.
Yeah, our miracles.
Right. Yeah, yeah. I was gonna say,
Yeah,
and I hope Norm
well-
would be here, that his neighbors that he shoveled the snow for saw him as a miracle,
Just
you
say
know,
hi.
that he was the miracle for them.
Right.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Hey, Pete.
My son Neil would just like to say
Oh, hi,
hi.
Neil.
Neil, I love you,
Oh,
Neil.
Good to
Hey,
see
guys, good to
you.
see you.
Welcome.
I gotta
Yeah.
kiss my boy.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Oh, he's. Mm-hmm.
It's great.
That's good.
Woo!
that's
So
great.
let's hear about some other miracles. I'm sure everybody has something to share. If they care to have it recorded on national television.
Right. Mm.
Well, I will just say with Norm, it really woke me up to the miracle of everyday actions.
Yes.
My miracles are not, earth shaking. They're like his. But I think the most important thing is that we recognize them for what they are. And
Yes.
it just helps me put it all in perspective. So even though Norm is not here right now, thank you, Norm.
Mhm, mhm.
You know, if anybody has a Course in Miracles book handy, you'll see that there are, and that's what really got me very excited about the course, is there are 50, like when you took geometry theorems, where there are 50 laws about miracles. And one of them was, I remember saying, when miracles don't happen, something's gone wrong. Because
Mm.
that is our natural state, and Norm's whole point, as I recall, from other talks he's done, and this one, is that the simple things are overlooked as miracles, but everything, even like you said, seeing a little dandelion coming out of the snow all by itself, all alone, but wanting to show its beauty to the world and saying, "Hey, I made it." Honor.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
Everything.
did you all see the sunset last night?
Yes. Yes.
I
Mhm.
was at work and I came out just about 5 o'clock and I looked up and there it was just glorious. And I said to my coworker, I said, "This is our reward for working all day."
Yeah.
Gorgeous. It was magnificent.
You know what else is a miracle? The Northern Lights now can be seen in Kansas.
Yeah.
Think about that.
Mhm.
That's,
Holy
I don't think
cow.
that's a miracle.
That's a miracle.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's a government.
What, Frank?
I said it's the government with their
Oh, no, look, don't go there.
No.
They're lasers, huh?
Don't take away our miracle, Frank. Come on.
Space lasers.
No, I just wanted to say that Norm normalized simple things into miracles
Mhm.
today.
Yeah.
That's
Normalized.
how I'm going to remember this talk.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys, but I have an appointment coming up and I have to leave, so.
Okay, all right.
Love you,
Okay,
Jane.
well, bless you all. It was great seeing you. And here's Norm back. Yay. Now you
Hey,
all can tell him how great it is.
your
It's
appointment.
not an even trade, Jane.
Yeah.
Oh my. Okay. Bye-bye, guys.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye.
Love you.
Hey,
Norm.
There.
Yeah,
we've been talking about miracles, Norm, and you can catch the miracles that we've shared on the recording when I send it out.
okay, well, that sounds good. Um, I'm in a, I, I'm in a different room. My wife did, I told her that I was having some difficulty staying connected. Um, but I'm in a different room and it's closer to the router. And so that's what's going on. So as far as I can see, most of my objectives have been filled. In terms of just talking about a few of my miracles, and then everyone else was able to share. And I hope everybody had a chance to share their miracles. So I'm going to kind of turn it over to Neil because I'm just trying to figure what's next on the schedule.
Well, next on the schedule is just basically
Music.
mute. Yeah, there you go.
I think the guitar's in the other room.
Want to play a little song for us before we
The guitar in the other.
go back to a community meeting?
Okay, I have to get the guitar. I was mainly just,
All right, stay
my
put.
wife is going to get the guitar.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
And
Well, we had a lovely chat about how it's a miracle that we're still here. We've broken all the rules of unity, no meetings, no elections, just
And how wonderful you are, Norm.
Yes.
oh, well, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
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 We
Yeah.
enjoy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, I'm glad we're all creative, and so we put our creativity together and got something that pleased us, and that's important because yes, we're doing it for everybody who might want to drop in, but we're doing it right now. We're doing it for us and lifting all of our spirits together as once. And I think it's good practice for future days to come and any kind of mucking around that we have to do as citizens of this perfectly imperfect world that we live in,
Do you need any of the papers?
Pardon? I'm sorry.
Do you need any of the papers?
No, I'm fine. Thank you. I'm going to just sing a song as a cheerful song because I just want to be cheerful. Oh, the sun may come and the sun may go, but I'm still in love with you. Rain may fall or the wind may blow, but I'm still in love with you. It don't matter what will come, for behind those clouds there will always be sun. It don't matter what the world will do, 'cause I'm still in love with you, with you. I'm still in love with you. Oh, I threw away the paper 'cause I hate to read the news, but I'm still in love with you. When I look out the window, sometimes I get the blues, but I'm still in love with you. The thunder may roll or the stars may shine. We may drink water or we may drink wine. We try so hard and we have a good time, great time. And I'm still in love with you, with you. I'm still in love with you, with you. I'm still in love with you and you and you and you and you. Ah, thank you, thank you. Ah,
Thanks, Norm. It's
yeah.
interesting when you said, it's all in divine order, and we are in divine order every week. It's amazing. As Gloria said, we've been together for a long time. And
Right.
and this is the core group, I guess.
Yeah.
We're um I spoke to some people, and one of the things they said, it's not about us, helping the church to survive or whatever with, doing um, talks or contributions. It's God's will. I mean, it's
Yeah.
always been God's will.
Right.
And God
Right.
doesn't, stand on protocols like you got to have, yearly meetings and elections and so forth, because we've broken all those rules. We're still we're still here, and so I'm not concerned about 2025. I think it's going to be an incredible year. I think we're going to do what God chooses us to do, and we can check out Springfield once in a while. I think we're going to get an invite for a Christmas Day service from Linda, and I'll send it out. So there'll be a Christmas service joint with Springfield if you care to
Okay.
pop in on Christmas Day.
That
So,
sounds cool.
yeah.
You know,
So
very
um,
cool.
basically, we're not just here, as I said earlier, to support um, the church or each other, however, that's extremely important. But we're here to support the wonderful speakers that come in as well. So that's what we're all about. And somehow we make it every weekend, So I'm looking forward to some wonderful things happening. I'm sure you all are. I would also like to hear, like I said, when we have that meeting, how do you see us supporting our community? In 2025. And I think there's so many options open. Um, Bill is having an issue too. I mean, they're in the red, and they have been for some time. We still have a little bit, and we go from month to month, but we're still, have some money, not a lot. Um, but he's winding down, and he's concerned about his church closing. He has a small number like we do. But this is not new to Unity churches and other churches around the country, around the world. So we're a very special group, and I thank everybody for their support for the years. And if anybody has something to say before I read the closing statements, I'd love to shut my.
Yeah, there's a statement in one of the Story of Unity books where the founding members got down to $1, and they were holding this dollar and praying over it, and one of them said, "Let's pray that our funds hold up," and uh, Myrtle Fillmore said, "No, let us pray that our faith holds up."
Ah,
And
ah,
that was the difference right there. They all felt, oh, we we got into this monetary thing when it's really a faith thing, and that's what makes this little church stay together, is a
yeah,
faith and a
yeah,
love, and
yeah,
that's the great miracle of A Course in Miracles is love, love expressing love in that little dandelion. Wow, love that
yeah,
story.
Thanks
Yeah.
for
yeah.
reiterating that, and thanks for sharing that, Terry. Norm, did you want to say something?
Um, All I'm going to say is it's wonderful seeing and hearing everyone and hearing ideas, and I'll get to hear more of what you shared while I was away. And it's been a miracle, just the fact that I've been able to keep coming back, And I mean, today, as well as keep coming back to Unity over the years. I've been to Unity for many, many different times, in the actual physical place, but I've been to the Zoom meeting a few times too. So, folks, I'm gonna move on, but I just love being here, and you just made it a much more wonderful time than I would have imagined if things had started getting goofy like they were a little bit. But I think, it's all in divine order. And that's my last word.
Well, thanks.
Okay, folks.
Thanks for
Yeah.
putting us on the divine order train, and it worked out perfectly. We got to share miracles, and you'll hear about them. And we'll close with our affirmations for love offerings and tithes. Divine love flowing through all of us blesses and multiplies that $1 and many more. All that we are, all that we have, all that we give, and all that we receive. And again, it's not about the giving, it's just about God's will. Thy will be done.
Yeah.
And thy will be done has kept us here for several years. It's been, like I said earlier, the last meeting we had was what, 3 years ago, maybe even longer than that. But let me go forward with a prayer of protection. The light of God surrounds us, the love of God enfolds us, the power of God protects us, the presence of God watches over all of us wherever we are. God is, and all is well. So here we are, another weekend of miracles. And if you can find A Course in Miracles somewhere on your shelves, put away somewhere that you might have read a long time ago, look at the 50 laws of miracles. They're very enlightening.
Mm.
So thanks, everyone. Any final words before we say adieu, or
Where's Bob today?
He's right here, but he goes in and out of sleep. So I'm sure he would have loved to share that A Course in Miracles is free online.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got something to say. Does everyone remember Don Andrus from Unity of Fairfax?
Dawn?
He's Don Andrus. Yes.
Don,
Andrus, Andres. Okay, all right. I thought you guys probably would have known. He passed. I went to his funeral a week ago.
a friend of
So-
yours.
Unity of Fairfax, right?
Well, he was pretty active. He was pretty active at Unity of Fairfax, and I think he did some time at Unity Life Center too. But
Yeah, we've all done time at Unity
Yeah.
Life Center, and we'll
Okay.
continue to do time. It's not a penance either. It's a joy. So thank you again, Norm, and thanks
You're welcome.
everybody. And Norm, it was perfect. You dropped out at the right time, and you were still there.
Yeah.
So we
Yeah.
honored
So,
the talk today.
so I say we normalize miracles.
I like that. Normalized.
Very
I
good.
love that last song you played.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I
It's
like
really
it.
fun to listen to.
Good.
It's
Yeah.
so good.
Thanks,
Is that an
Reverend Terry.
original song?
Yes,
I
sir.
just want to say it's nice to see
Super.
Terry here when I'm here, even when you're not doing the lesson. It's
I
nice to-
love Terry being
Yeah.
here Sunday or as
Oh, yeah.
many.
Well, thank you.
Yeah,
Appreciate
Wonderful.
that.
Yeah.
we are truly
Natasha.
blessed.
And the kitty, and maybe one weekend we'll see Sasha too. We'll never know.
She's back there. She's in the back.
Yeah.
Oh, and Sasha. Oh, okay. She raised her hand. Okay.
Norm has
Yeah.
a lot of recordings, and I have several, and
Ah,
I've shared your recordings with a family, and they play it when they take trips. So your music goes on all around the country, I'm
Oh.
sure.
that's very nice to know. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah, thank you
welcome.
so much.
Gloria?
You know, I would like to sort of throw this out. Leon, do you ever come up this way?
Very seldom, Gloria.
Because,
It's a bit of a drive.
well, okay, I was going to suggest that maybe this summer we could have a gathering in person.
That's what I want too.
If we could just, sort of coordinate it. I'm happy to have it at my house. That would mean Terry coming from Pennsylvania, and Leon coming from down south.
Yeah.
North Carolina.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm just thinking about that. I would very much like to host and have everybody come, but
Well, as long as
I'm
you
in
don't have
Reston.
those little treats you used to put out every weekend. Yeah.
well, I don't know about that, but anyway, anyway, it would be nice to see everybody in person.
We can call it the chocolate weekend.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's either that or we'll just show up at Alan and Mary Ann's house some morning. Real,
There we go. There we
Yeah, I
go.
missed them too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Do miss them.
all divine
We could
order.
all go to we could all go to Leon's house, and
Sure.
There we
Road
go.
trip.
then he wouldn't have to drive.
I think I'm too young to be there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they wouldn't let Zach in. He's too young. That's what he.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we'll all bring a dish to your house, It's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
a potluck
Sure.
Yeah.
without the pot.
Okay.
All
I
right.
Oh,
think that's a great idea, Gloria, and I'd love to come.
Okay, well, we'll think about it some more.
Okay.
okay.
All right, everybody.
Can I, hey,
Yes.
folks,
Yes.
can I just say one thing because, and I'm saying this to particularly people who've heard some of my recordings. My newest one is now several years old, but is on a small website I have, and you can listen to it for free. It's the website is Norm Hogeland. If you know how to spell Hogeland, HOGELAND.com. Just look that up, and they're all, all 12 songs that you can listen to, and many of them are probably ones you have not heard before, and they're all about. The album is called Thanks. All right,
Okay.
so try it out if you want.
Thanks for that. And thank you to all the Unity players that showed up today, too.
Say the
Well-
address one more time.
For me, okay,
Mhm.
Norm Norm Hogeland Hogeland.com.
Thank
COM.
you. Got it.
Yeah, great.
Okay,
I
so
think
all
it-
you
I-
little .coms out there, you'll
Yeah.
come back now.
Okay.
Take care, everybody, and thanks
Yeah.
again.
Have a good week.
Bye now.
Thank you, Norm.
Say
You're
bye.
welcome. So long, folks.
Nice
Love
to
you
see
all.
Okay.
See you later, Natasha.
Yes, bitte.
Bye, everyone. Thank you, Nate.